sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Boston. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hokies offense will get the first possession of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
From the gun, the ground game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to...
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's second and goal. Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the field.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Hokey, high, tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
Gets it out quickly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Quarterback checking off. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. On the option. Quick toss. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The RPO, it's complete. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
Virginia Tech, 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokie. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket starts to collapse. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off. You're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Extending the play. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
I got a hand injury. He had hand injury before
pretty much stifled on offense so far.
before he got though.
To muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Trying play action. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Knowing the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, opening them to this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Got it in the middle. It's Church. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great defenses.
Going up top on 1st down. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Now the pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. He's looking to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today.
And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll run it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Grabs it in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. The inside handoff. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Oh, the offense shows some life here. He cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Using his legs, it's Church. The Hokies get it past the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Floating away. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field to create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the option. The pitch. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Now on the option. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the... Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Boston. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to let it go. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect
touchdown Hokies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up fourth down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes a connection. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Motion from the offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Second and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
On second down, looking to throw. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The lead grows. Know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
They're bringing heat. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Finds his man enough for the 1st. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DB.
Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 45. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man.